The early morning sun painted streaks of gold across the city streets, glinting off the polished windows of Morning Brew Café. James Carter lingered across the sidewalk, the weight of the decision pressing on his shoulders. He had orchestrated this undercover visit for weeks, preparing meticulously, careful disguise, mental checklist, strategies to avoid being recognized. Yet standing there, watching his cafe awaken to the hum of a new day, he felt a twinge of nervousness. Pulling the cap lower over his forehead, adjusting the sunglasses, James stepped inside. The familiar jingle of the entrance bell sounded softer than usual, or maybe it was just his ears, attuned to every subtle noise. The smell of coffee, warm milk, and baked goods hit him like a wave. It was comforting, but also uncanny. This was his cafe, and yet he wasn't in control. Maya Bennett was at the espresso machine, moving with precision, yet there was an edge of tension in her movements. Each pull of the lever, each frothing of milk seemed slightly exaggerated, an unconscious effort to appear flawless. Leo Ramirez arranged pastries behind the counter, his hands moving deliberately, almost mechanically, glancing occasionally at Maya and the customer line. James took a seat in the corner, pretending to read the menu. He observed silently, letting his eyes roam, cataloging the interactions. From the angle, he could see the team's efficiency, their smiles to customers, the little flourishes in their service. And yet, something felt off. Then he heard it. A whisper, soft enough that only someone paying close attention could catch it. "And if Clara finds out, we're done," Maya's voice quivered, though she tried to mask it with a small laugh. James stiffened, his mind racing. Done? Done how? He shifted slightly, pretending to sip his coffee while leaning closer, ears straining without seeming obvious. Leo replied quietly, eyes darting to the customer line. I know, but what choice did we have? It's already ruined." Ruined? James felt a chill run down his spine. His pulse quickened. This wasn't a small oversight. Something significant had gone wrong. Expensive coffee? A shipment spoiled? Or worse, a dissatisfied VIP customer? He watched as Maya's hands trembled slightly over the espresso machine. She wiped sweat from her brow and gave Leo a look of panic. Leo's jaw tightened. He appeared calm, but James sensed the tension radiating from him like electricity. As the cafe buzzed with morning energy, clinking cups, whirring grinders, soft background music, James' mind raced. Each ordinary sound seemed magnified, each laugh or cough from a customer like a drumbeat in the tension-filled room. He became hyper-aware of every minor detail. The slight misalignment of cups on the tray, the faint smell of burnt beans, the erratic timing of the grinder. Minutes passed, or maybe hours. Time seemed to stretch thick and heavy. James realized he had been holding his breath without noticing. He felt a strange thrill. The cafe, usually so familiar, was now a place of suspense, a stage for secrets he had never anticipated. Maya leaned closer to Leo, her whisper almost a sigh. "We just have to fix it before Clara finds out. No one can know." James' stomach tightened. Fix it? He wanted to leap up, reveal himself, confront them immediately. But a part of him, the part that loved mystery, observation, understanding, urged patience. He would listen. He would gather every piece of this puzzle before making his move. Leo glanced around nervously, lowering his voice even further. "Maybe we can salvage the batch after the rush. But it's risky." James' mind raced. A batch of something expensive, perhaps the rare beans I ordered last week. Oh God, this could ruin us financially. He took a careful sip of his coffee, now lukewarm, as he analyzed every movement. The tension escalated when a customer called out for their drink, snapping both baristas back into performance mode. Maya's hands shook slightly as she prepared the cappuccino, Leo moving to assist. Their synchronization was imperfect. James noticed it immediately. A drop of milk spilled onto the counter. A latte foam design collapsed mid-pour. Every tiny mishap seemed magnified, every whisper of panic a ticking clock. James felt a strange blend of fear, excitement, and pride. This is my cafe. I built this, and yet I'm seeing it through a lens I never expected. He realized that, even after years of management, he hadn't truly seen the team as they were under pressure. Not really. As the morning rush ebbed, Maya and Leo exchanged one last, urgent glance, clearly planning a course of action James could only guess at. James knew that soon, he would have to decide whether to intervene or continue as a silent observer. And deep down, he sensed that the decisions made in the next few minutes would set the tone for the entire day, and perhaps reveal truths about his employees, and even himself, that had been hidden all along. For the first time in his career, James Carter understood the fragile balance between control and chaos. The cafe he thought he knew so intimately was full of secrets, whispering just beneath the surface. And he, the master of the space, was now a guest in a drama unfolding in real time, an invisible observer in the theater of his own creation. The morning sunlight slanted higher, cutting through the cafe windows, but the warmth did nothing to ease the chill of anticipation settling in James' chest. He sipped his coffee once more, cold and bittersweet, and whispered to himself, "This is only the beginning."